damn seal. I'ma get laid.
Yo, so we are in a different setting. What's up? What's good? I hope y'all feeling good. We are in my car. I decided why not film. I gotta go get breakfast before work real quick, and y'all know I told y'all in my last video I love Dunkin', so I'm on my way to Dunkin'. And I look a little bit more together today than my last video. You know, my eyelash was looking a little wonky, but it's okay, it's okay. But yeah, the story time that I'm gonna share with you guys today is the story time that I shared before. If you guys did have me on YouTube before, I have shared this story. It's about why I don't work for the Board of Education anymore, and the story is it's really interesting actually, because you don't expect to go through that in the Board of Education, but I did. And you know, I decided why not share it with you guys, especially for new subscribers, so you guys can, you know what happened. And yeah, I am, like I said, on my way to Dunkin' because Amanda runs on Dunkin'. I'm gonna get myself a little quick drink. I don't really know, although I'm gonna get food. I don't know, I'll decide when I get to the window. But yeah, I used to work for the Board of Education as a paraprofessional. Now, for those of you guys who don't know what a paraprofessional is, a paraprofessional is not like, you know how you have like the main teacher in the classroom? You're like the next teacher in the classroom, like the second teacher. You're helping and assisting the main teacher. You're not the main teacher though. So basically I worked in a school where I actually used to go to middle school there. And they kept calling me to work in that school because they were familiar with me, because a lot of the teachers, like I said, I went there for middle school, so a lot of the same teachers were still there. And they rather, you know, why not have this girl that I used to teach, that I trust with the kids, rather than have a random para come in this school and we don't know if we could trust her with the kids or not. So whatever, so they kept calling me. They loved the way I worked with the kids. I was actually specifically assigned to somebody in a wheelchair, which I loved. And so I would help him and all this other stuff. When you're a para, you're just assisting, helping them with their schoolwork and doing all that stuff. So basically, I had a math teacher, and the math teacher that I had, she got promoted to an assistant principal. So when I started working there, I never liked that teacher when I was in school. Her head she was straight up gassed up shorty. Like, she was gassed up, I guess, because she got her promotion. I don't know, she just was walking around in her heels, click clacking, telling people what to do. And you know, and she's like a you know what, like, y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna keep it kid friendly, alright? She's a you know what. Y'all know what a you know what is, okay? So yeah, so she's a you know what. But anyways, I didn't let that affect me. I still love to come in and help the kids and everything. And yeah, so after a while I was getting tired of working in that school, because I know the area is known for being racist, and I just didn't feel comfortable. So I was dealing with a lot of grown women that were gossiping and stuff like that. So one time I came in and I did my hair like in braids. Hold on one second.
Good morning, welcome to the end, and how can I help you?
Good morning. Can I please have a medium iced caramel macchiato with an extra pump?
Medium iced caramel macchiato with extra pump.
Yes.
Anything else?
And can I also get a wake up wrap, the egg and cheese one with the hash brown?
You gonna take 2 for 2?
Yeah, that's fine.
Sure, anything else, sir?
No, that's it.
Okay, good.
Okay. So give me 1 second. I actually have to pull up my app real quick, so 1 second. I need to get my points. Okay, y'all, I apologize about that. I needed to get my reward points. I got my drink. So good, so good, so good. So okay. So, like I was saying, I one time came in with braids, and you know, my hair is short, so y'all know, for those of y'all who do get braids, when you get braids, you add hair inside of your own hair as like extensions. They're called feed-in braids, and to make your hair longer, to make the braid look better, because if you braid this, I'm gonna look like a little boy. So basically they would literally look at my head and like try to inspect, and they literally asked me, oh, like, you have fake hair in your hair, and like they're asking me like, oh, where does your real hair start? Like, oh, where, I don't see where's the extension? You said there's extension in your hair. And like literally it's just like, knowing that they're like a racist area, it was hard to work there, because every little comment they made, I took it kind of like a racist thing, like, because like we all know like they don't be doing braids and stuff like that. So like it's more like, you know, unnecessary for you to make that type of comment about somebody's hair, you know what I mean? And it was just other stuff. It wasn't just that, it was just other stuff that led up to me being frustrated working there. And then they would just talk and gossip, and like I was the youngest, because it's a, you know, you're working for a school, so it's like there's not really that much like young people there. It's like, it was a lot of like older women there. So I was getting frustrated, and it started building up, and I was like, yo, you know what, honestly, like I'm so tired of working at this spot. They were even talking about me. I never even did anything to these people, but you know what, I let people talk, because honey, if you don't got no haters, you are not popping. So never forget that. So I just ignored it, and it was hard. It was a little irritating, because these are older women, and it's like, how am I acting more mature than you, and you're a whole grown woman? So then there was a time where I got my period, and I was cramping up, and when I get my period, I have the worst symptoms. My whole back hurts. I feel nauseous. I'm crouching down. So mind you, y'all, I'm dealing with a kid in a wheelchair. So I wanted to do the right thing, and I wanted to tell do the right thing and tell the secretary, like, listen, I just want to let you know, like, I'm not really feeling too good. So just in case you see me like crouching down, it's not because of any reason, but I'm not feeling good. She's like, okay, no problem. Like, if you want to leave, you can leave. Like, I'll have another para come in. It's no problem. It's not a big deal. So I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. Like, I was like, you know, I'm gonna wait it out, because I didn't want to leave. I wanted the money, like, you know what I mean? So like, I like to work. So I was trying to suck it up, and I couldn't, guys. Like, when I tell you, I just wanted to ball up. I just wanted to ball up in a hole. Like, I just was not feeling well, and I didn't want to deal with and handle a kid in a wheelchair in that type of condition. So what I did was, I told her I'll go home, and who knew that she was gonna use that against me and like kind of form that into like a whole lie. So moving forward, I actually called somebody higher than the school, and I talked to them about how I was feeling in that school, and how I just was feeling uncomfortable working there, and what was going on in that school and things like that. And the way people were getting talked to in that school, I just didn't want to work in that school. Now, when you're a sub para, you're not like, that wasn't my school permanently. I work in different schools, so I wasn't just at that school. I was working at different schools, unless you're only permanent when the school hires you as permanent. So I wasn't a permanent worker there, so I could move around. It wasn't a big deal, but I didn't want to get calls from there anymore. So I had to speak to higher up and ask them for advice, and they said, you know what, no problem. Go pick up your last check from that school. Be professional. Let them know how you feel. You know, like, just be brief. You don't have to tell them what happened. Just tell them, you know, honestly, like, I just would like to no longer get calls from the school anymore. I just come in to pick up my pay. So that's exactly what Amanda went and did. Honey, I walked up in that school. I went up to that lady, that math teacher, that she's a you know what, and I told her, I said, listen, like, I went into the office. The principal was in the office, secretary, they was all in the office. Mind you, they're a clique, so the principal ones ain't gonna do jack anyway if she says something crazy to me. But I told the lady, the math teacher that got promoted to the a sub, I'm sorry. Oh my god, see, the coffee be having me tweaking. I went up to the assistant principal that used to be my math teacher, and I said to her, I was like, listen, I no longer want to get calls from the school anymore. I just want to come and pick up my pay, and I just wanted to be professional and let you know. She said, Amanda, come outside for a second. And then, so I was like, okay, you know, I'm not thinking anything of it. Who knew that she was calling me outside to threaten me and threaten my work, me having a job, period. Now, at the time, I was in school, so I was paying for my school, so it was a big deal that I had this job. And here goes this principal, substitute, I keep saying substitute, this assistant principal threatening my job. So, which is illegal for the Board of Education to retaliate and all that other stuff. So that's basically what she did. She retaliated against me. She wanted to know why, because she was like,
I used to be a teacher. Why wouldn't you tell me why you don't want to work in this school anymore? I thought you had more respect for me than that. I gave you bridges and now your bridges are burnt. I'm going to make sure that you get no work in other school in this district and nobody calls you for any work.
And I was like, oh, so you're threatening me. No problem. I'll make sure to get you fired then. And then she was like, you can try because I have connects in the school and they're not going to do anything. You can call up as many times as you want. So I'm like, yo, I'm not thinking she's serious. Yo, guys, tell me why I got a letter sent to my house. And she had some type of connections in the Board of Education because the letter said like basically all, mind you guys, this is all false. They were calling me a lot. So you knew they liked me. They wanted me to work there, whatever the case is. I'm not saying the name of the school because I ain't gonna violate. But anyways, so the letter said I left children unattended. Remember the period situation I was telling y'all about how like I wanted to leave early because I wasn't feeling well, my stomach was bothering me, and she said I could go home, that she was gonna send somebody else in. They used that against me and said that I just left when I was supposed to be working and I just walked out of the school. And it shows proof because it shows that I left the school when my shift wasn't over. So they made up all these lies about me, these crazy lies that suspended me from working for the Board of Education temporarily. So they were like, you need to go to this meeting and this, that, and the third, and then we'll see about trying to take out your... I was like, yo, you know what? I'm not gonna sit here and fight about something that did not happen. I'm not gonna sit here and try to prove myself when I know I didn't do any of this stuff. And the fact that y'all taking her word for it and all these are straight up lies, I don't want to work for the Board of Education. Like, I don't stand for that. Like, I don't respect it. I don't want to work for no type of job that just goes, and how do you just go and believe her? Like, that's like, what if somebody, God forbid, sexually assaulted me, one of the teachers, and I'm telling you, and the teacher's like, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. You're gonna believe the person, you know what I mean? So it was just crazy, guys. I was so upset. I left the school after she made that threat about like, make sure that no school calls you, whatever. I have connections, this, that, and the third. When I tell you, when I was on the phone with mad different people, nobody helped me. Nobody helped me. So she really did have connects and a whole bunch of illegal stuff going on. And you don't play around and make up that somebody left a child unattended. That's OD. That's definitely OD. Like, you don't do that. Because, so anyways, I sent a letter resigning because I didn't get fired. I was just temporarily suspended. But I quit in a letter and I sent it to somebody really high up. Oh, this is what I get, guys. I get egg and cheese wrap, and I put like hash browns inside. It's so good. So I gave up. Like, I was trying to fight, and still to this day I was trying to fight, and I just recently gave up because you can't win when stuff is going on like illegal. It's like you have no, like, you can't fight it. You could try as much as you can, but if somebody has connects, it's wrong. Yeah, it's wrong, but you can't do nothing about it. So yeah, that's what happened. I was so upset because I loved working with the kids. I was having such a good time and they made me happy, and I truly loved my job at that point. But stuff happens and life ain't fair, and I hope that get fired. I hope you get fired. Stupid. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching my story time. What was I gonna say? Please like, give me a thumbs up, thank you, comment and subscribe, and if you guys have any video suggestions, comment them below. I know a lot of people, girls, like, ask me to do like makeup videos and stuff like that. So I mean, whatever you guys want to see, you could comment it below. And yeah, I hope you have a blessed day. Thank you for watching my craziness. And don't forget, subscribe. Tell your mother, tell your sister, tell your auntie, subscribe.